Hi, this is Vicki with Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome to our new learning session, totally about this first series of books about a child's lovey called Knuffle Bunny. These books are written by the award-winning author Mo Willems, a current writer of children's literature. He writes and illustrates his own books, and these books were written about his daughter named Trixie, and it follows her as she grows up from a toddler to a young girl. The first of the books of Knuffle Bunnies is about a trip to the laundromat. Trixie, her lovey, and her dad all go to the laundromat to do weekly laundry, and the adventure ensues. In our second book, Trixie is now old enough to go to preschool and is bringing Knuffle Bunny in to share with her classmates in a show and tell. But someone else has brought a rabbit in too. Oh, oh no. The last book, Trixie is in school and she is going to visit her grandparents far away, so far, in fact, that she and Nuffle Bunny are going to have to take a plane. I wonder what trouble Nuffle Bunny will get into this time. We hope that you sit down and listen to the books with your child as all of the activities come directly from the inspiration from our books. Well, let's get started. In the Knuffle Bunny, we see the author provide little hints about Trixie's neighborhood as they take their laundry to the laundromat. These shots provide a sense of place for the story to unfold. And our neighborhoods are where our lives unfold and where your child will grow up. And one way to create a sense of that place is a map. And children, surprisingly, are fabulous at map making. It helps turn the idea in their head to a visual representation. And you will probably find as your child creates their map that some things are more prominent and not others, not so much. This could represent where it fits into their lives. Now, you can use markers, construction paper, crayons to make the various pieces that the child sees. And it's a really great time to ask about what each object is. And then ask if you could write the name of what that is on the objects. Seeing words written will match the ideas that they have drawn, and it is super powerful. So here is one of this picture is of a child doing their own house, but here's a slightly different idea for you to consider. This is a map that a child drew to show how she gets to the park. I love the line showing her directions and the pictures of the landmarks. Also, excellent things to have in a map. Here's another map drawn by a 5-year-old and is labeled by their sibling of the area around their school. I love a couple things. Notice how big the preschool is in relationship to the doctor's office. I guess that the reason it's bigger is because it shows how important it is to the child. Here's our second activity, activity number 2, coin sorting. We knew that if you were going to go to the laundromat, that you're going to need coins to make the washer work. Now, everyone will remind you that even though these coins are plastic and not real, they can still be a choking hazard depending on the size. So make sure you know where they are, count them before and after playing so no little temptations end up on the floors and put into the little one's mouth. You know, coins are so interesting. They can be stacked, they are different sizes to help people find the right coin just through feel. And all countries have their own coins, which are different. If you have any from another country, it would be great to show the differences. The coins have a front and a back. And if you look very carefully, you can see all sorts of things. Can you find numbers, or letters, or fruit, or people, or animals? And who are those people that are on there? Countries actually feature important people on the coins, and the US coins are no different. On our penny, we have Abraham Lincoln, the man who set free slaves free. On the nickel, President Thomas Jefferson, one of the authors of the Declaration of Independence. On the dime appears President Roosevelt, who was president during World War II. And on the quarter appears our first president, President Washington. Do you think your child's going to be featured on a coin one day? I think so. Well, as part of the color coin sorting, we've included a laminated sheet or a little sheet that shows different coins that allows them to sort it by the type. And you can see the samples up in the upper left-hand corners of each of the corners where it shows you what the coin looks like on the front and the back. Um, at each of the quadrants to help them match and put the right coin in the right section. In our second printable, we have coins which are all over the page, which they could use to put their plastic coins right on top of. It's really great if you can have them name the coin as they put it. Um, well, let's move on to our next activity. Activity number 3. We've included tiny little boxes to make washing machines and some labels. These boxes were actually donated by a group that recycles plastic boxes, so the drawer actually really opens. And in your bag, you'll also find number 3, some laundry to put in there. There are labels to put on your washer, to be the dials, to be the door, all the things that you'd need to create a perfect one. But you can create washing machines out of a tissue box or a cardboard box. Um, Either of those works. For a long time, I did laundry at the laundromat. My mom would take me and I got to sort the laundry. And the highlight, of course, was putting coins into the washer themselves. But I loved watching the wash go around in circles and circles, and for laundromats, almost always the door is actually clear. Well, I hope you guys will have a real adventure to the laundromat or to the laundry facilities in your apartment. That is all for this week. Next week, we'll be coming back for the next Snuffle Bunny books. And by the way, little ones are great at sorting laundry, whites in one, colors in the other. They can help you fold towels and socks. And if you start young, you will have a helper for these regular tasks. I'll see you next week.